CSV files, otherwise very popularly called as your comma separated values related files, which is a simple file format which is where we can store the data in a tabular format, like you can imagine row and column format like you have in spreadsheets, or I mean Excel, or maybe in a database. So in case of CSV, each line of the file is nothing but considered to be a record, and each record may consist of one or more columns, which we popularly called as your fields. And in order to work with CSV files in Python, we have to import a package, I mean a module, which is nothing but your CSV, which is to be in small letters actually. So this module need to be imported every time we want to work with CSV. Now, so we will see two operations into these CSV files. First of all, we'll look into how can we write some data into the CSV files. Now, every time you want to perform the write operation onto a CSV file, the very first thing we are supposed to do is we have to create an object of writer, which is nothing but called your CSV writer. And how can we do this? Very first thing we are supposed to do, as usual, we have said, is import the CSV module. Inside the CSV module, we have a CSV writer object. And this writer object we can create by using a inbuilt method of CSV module, that is your writer method. Now, once we have imported this module CSV, so now we will use the open followed by the file name, and maybe the mode is write mode that we have opened. Now, next is we are going to create the object. Now here you can see, by the help of this CSV module, we are invoking the writer method. And this writer method is going to take up the file object which we have used while opening a file. So in this second line, we are trying to open a file, okay, in a particular mode. And this is the file object which refers to this file. Now this same file object I need to pass as an argument whenever I will create the object of CSV writer. So once this writer object is ready, now using this writer object, I mean for the time being I can say this W. Using this W, I can call various writing related methods. One of them is your write row. Now this write row is going to write single row at a time. Suppose we want to write 5 different rows into our CSV file. So I can call this write row 5 times by passing the content of the row that needed to be put into a particular row. Now, if you want multiple rows to be written at same point of time, which is actually being carried out either by taking the list, or you can also take the help of a dictionary to do that. We will see in the examples in the coming slides. Now, so the difference between these two methods are one is your write row, which is going to write a single row at a time, and write rows are going to be used every time you want to write multiple rows. Now there is a specific function that is called dict writer, which is going to be used whenever you have your data in a dictionary format. Now here when I'm dealing with write rows, my data is expected to be in a list format. List of list I can say, or nested list we can say, where each item in the list is a list itself. So in those cases, I can take that each item and I can write the list. But if my data is in a dictionary format, okay, list of dictionary format. So we have a list where each item itself is a dictionary. So in those kind of situations, we are supposed to take the help of this dict writer.